Well, it's been like, what, a month since I made a proper video? Probably 2 months, actually. 2 weeks since I made an actual video. 2 months. Well, I'm not making any sense. What I'm trying to say is it's been a long time since I made an actual video. I mean, the last upload was the song that, a lot of people cared about. So today I thought, what, let's just, the sketchbook thing was a little out of the ordinary. Then the music was a little out of the ordinary. I thought, let's keep going out of the ordinary. Today I'm doing a cooking video. And it's not really cooking, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna show you guys how I make a damn good sandwich. Now, I'm not here to say this is the only way to make a sandwich. I think people who say anything of the sort, especially with burgers, are just assholes. This is just the way I like to do it. Obviously, you can alter this any way you want. I don't know if I'd call this a recipe, because, it's just a sandwich. I mean, you're just throwing shit on bread. But this is what I like to do, and here's how I like to do it, and I'm just going to demonstrate it. So, we're going to say hi to Cash here. Hello, Cash. Cash can be helping us all very much today. Okay, so here's the things you're gonna need for my version of what I like to call the ultimate sandwich. So the first thing you're gonna need is bread of your choice. I just get a little bun and I toast it up a bit. This is just, what we had lying around the house. You can use pretty much anything. Some normal toast, sourdough, whatever bun you like. Then we're gonna have lettuce, any kind you like, cucumber, onion. I tend to use red because it's a little more mild compared to, say, white onion, which gives me heartburn, and I'm only 16s or 17, so can't imagine what that would do to some people. We got our cheese. Your cheese, your choice. I like to use cheddar. Cured meat of your choice. You can also use, you don't have to use cured meats, obviously. You can use actual, proper meat, but I just like to use some salami that we have laying around. You're going to do a hard-boiled egg. I haven't hard-boiled this yet, obviously, but your egg, tomato of your choice, salt and pepper. Salt, I like to salt my cucumber, and I like to salt and pepper both my tomato and my egg. Various condiments of your choice. I'm going to be using mustard or spicy mustard. I'll probably throw on some mayo and some ketchup there if I feel like it. I didn't show it here, but normally I would probably butter the toast, but we're out of butter against all odds. And pickles. Hey, Cash. We're going to cook, Cash. We're going to cook. So yeah, I'm going to just kind of show you guys how to assemble this. And I guess what I like to do is I like to have two cutting boards. One is for the assembly and one's for the actual working place. So I've already gone ahead and toasted the bread here. And what I'm going to do is just kind of go through the layers and show you how I assemble this. So first thing I always do is throw down the salami. So I guess let's do that first. Once you've massacred your bag, just take as many slices of your cured meat as you want. I tend to get a mixed bag and use a bit of each one, throw some spicy stuff on there. But we only have this today, so we're just gonna throw down maybe 3 of these guys. Get that nice cured meat, cancer-causing flavor on there. Nice and good. And now, if you're like a teenage boy doesn't understand things, this is gonna get dried out, so you're gonna wanna put this in a different Tupperware container when you put it back in your fridge. Of course, we're gonna do this because this video is not how to not be stupid. This video is how to make a decent sandwich. Next, we're going to do the cheese. So you're just going to want to open up your cheddar here. You don't have to use cheddar. Cheddar is just pretty much my favorite cheese, so that's what we're going to be using. And we're not toasting any of this stuff, so this isn't even melted or anything. It's just some nice cheese we're going to throw on top. And believe me, trying to open this with one hand is not fun. This is some grade A camera work, man. Binging with Bobbish, look out. Here comes Spiritual, tries to pull a piece of cheese out of a plastic bag and fails to do so. It's turning into a comedy sketch. Okay, there's our cheese. So just plop that on there. Wow, look at that's beautiful, man. Look at that. Wow. I'm debating just throwing away this video and pouring some Dawn dish soap on it and calling it a sandwich. Okay, next I like to put my lettuce on. So I'm just gonna wash that and kind of chuck it on there. So I'm gonna do that. Get a nice leaf here. There we go. That's enough. What I usually do is I just kind of fold that in half and kind of stick it on top. I don't cut off the white part or anything because I don't like to waste. That's not a flavor tip. That's a me trying to be an environmentalist and also being lazy tip. So just hit it with your Nature Clean veggie spray and do it all with one hand somehow. There we go. That's sanitary. That's definitely cleaning the thing. And just kind of rinse it off. And get it nice and clean. And if you're ever gonna cook stuff, never do this, but I like to wring out my lettuce. It's a terrible idea. It gets it all bruised and nasty, but we're gonna eat this right now, so who really cares? And I just kind of throw the lettuce on. You should chop off the white part. I mean, honestly, If you want to make this a good sandwich, just go ahead and do that. That's infinitely better already. And then, you know, I just, you know, eat that up. Disgusting. All right. The next thing I usually put on is the tomato. There's no proper order to this, guys. I just want to put that out there. People who complain about people who put the lettuce under the patty or the cheese under the patty, who cares, man? Just put it wherever the hell you want. It's still the same thing. It's a sandwich, man. Like, this isn't freaking like baking. It's not chemistry. You're just throwing shit on top of each other. Right, Cash? Right, Cash? Cash, look. Ooh, what's that? What's that? Whoa. Cash wants to help cook, but he can't. So we're going to cut up the tomato first. So we're just going to take off the tag because you don't want to eat that, obviously. And we're just going to kind of wash this boy and slice him up. Cash is very eager to try some of this sandwich as I'm just washing my tomato here. There we go. Now the thing with tomatoes is if you're chopping them up and you don't plan on using it all, you know, you're going to... What was I going to say? You're going to end up with a freaking rotten tomato because you're going to throw the rest of it in the fridge and no one's going to use it. So just use it, man. I got burger night tomorrow, so none of this is going to waste. So yeah, I'm just going to chop up probably just one slice of tomato, stick that on the middle there. And that kind of adds to like the juiciness of the sandwich, keeps it from getting too dry. Cash really wants some cheese, so I'm probably going to give him some. Want some cheese, Cash? Here, you can have the wet. No, I don't want to give you that. That's gross. I have a higher standards for my dog than myself. Sandwich for me, covered in freaking lettuce juice. Yeah, that's fine. Cheese for dog. Nope. Cash. There you go. All right, I'm gonna cut up this boy now. There we go, just 2 little slices. No one really likes the butt of the tomato, so I tend to just use that as well. Just chop those boys on there. And then we're gonna do what I like to do, is I add salt and pepper. And this can be impossible to do this with one hand, so let me just rethink this really quickly. I don't know why I didn't use a tripod from the start, but just kind of crack your salt in there. Nice and good. And your pepper. If you can see that. Nice and salt and peppery. And yeah, that's how you make your tomatoes good. Next, I like to add the onion. And now that we have this camera angle, instead of redoing the video, I'm just gonna keep kind of going. So this is my onion cutting board. We use this one for onions all the time. That's because onions tend to leave a little bit of a scent to it, and you don't really want that on your other food. So we're just gonna cut off the little tail here and peel this onion. We're gonna be peeling that onion, wow. Just gonna kind of massacre it here. Can't even see any of this action. I'm just destroying this onion. Like, look at this shit. Like, this is true chefmanship, is just destroying every bit of the onion. Waste not, want not. I'm like, oh yeah, don't cut off the part of the lettuce because I like to eat it. And then meanwhile, I'm just like wasting good layers of this onion. Maybe this is why Shrek's such an asshole. He had his freaking skin pulled off as a child. That's morbid as hell. I apologize. Look at this mess. Look what we've done. Look what I've done. Yeah, we're just going to chuck that all in the green waste bin and then chop up a few little slices of our onion. Add to our sandwich. Cash is going to cry because, goddamn, he would really like another slice of cheese. Just going to toss that in our green waste bin here. And remember, kids, always compost, because if you don't, the garbage fairy comes and he, I don't know, man, kills your parents in the night. So now we have our onion. We're just going to kind of chop it at an angle you guys can't see. And just kind of, I like to put a few little pieces on there. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be precise or anything. I'd say if you're doing this for like a school lunch, leave the onion out because you don't want your breath to be raunchy, but I'm at home so I don't care. We're just going to set our onion aside for now. Next up, we're going to do the cucumber, I guess. I'm sure at least one person's going to hate this, but I don't peel my cucumber. I like the taste, so we're just going to kind of cut off a bit of that to use. I can see why you might want to peel it in certain situations, but In this case, I don't know. I think it adds a bit of extra flavor. And let's just get 3 of those guys nice on there. Pan towards our sandwich real quick. Just kind of stick those boys. Oh, there's some big chunks. I think we're just going to use 2. Eat the leftover. And it's going to start to topple. That's just how it goes. And I like to put some salt, not some pepper. I like to put some pepper in my cucumbers. No, I like to put some salt in my cucumbers, what I was trying to say. And already, this is looking like a pretty damn good sandwich. If we were to top this up right now, other than the fact that the bun is way too small, I'd say it looks pretty satisfactory. But we're not done yet, because here at Spiritual Productions, we go the extra mile. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to look at our dog here, and we're going to give him a dish towel, because he just loves to play with dish towels. But of course, now that he's on camera and he has the opportunity to be cute, he's going to refuse this offer. So instead, we're going to give him a treat. Cash. Sit? You're already sitting. Okay, good boy. I am a terrible dog owner and a terrible trainer, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hard boil this egg, and I'm probably going to hard boil a few eggs just so you can use them over the next few days. And then I'm actually going to use the boiled water once it cools to water my plants, because I like to be Mr. Conservation man. So I'm going to get to that. Why do you crying? It's because I'm not giving you attention? I'm making a shitty YouTube video no one will watch. You give me the thumbnail so people watch it. I'll put a little sandwich Photoshop in the corner. It's a good idea. Thank you, Cash. What a good boy. So I hard boil my eggs in here, have them cooling off in here. Nice and warm still. And we're just going to use one of these bad boys for the actual sandwich. And I'm just going to crack this guy, kind of peel him open here. And I'm going to do this off camera because, first of all, I'm horrible at it. Second of all, it's incredibly frustrating. Actually, you know what? I'm so bad at it that we're going to set up the tripod and you guys can watch how bad I am at it. I'm going to pull up the Greenway bin so I can put the shells in here when I'm done. And yeah, I guess enjoy me being terribly not good at things. Very interesting aroma coming from the Greenway bin. Freaking egg combined with the red onion. So we're just gonna chop up our egg real quick. Let's kind of clean up our workspace here. And what I like to do is I want the piece with the good yolk. That's a pretty good yolk. So this piece I'm probably not gonna use. I'm just gonna use a few slices of the actual egg. So there we go, that's a good one. Oh, and you can see I did add mustard to this sandwich when I was waiting for the eggs to boil and my phone to charge. That's probably 2 good slices of egg right on there. We can probably stick the 3rd one on there. Look at that. And we'll just put this one to the side to eat for later. And next, of course, you got your pepper and your salt. And I'm going to name them in the wrong order again. And this just kind of adds a whole nother level of flavor. You know, if you've seen Ramsay's burger video, he eats salts and peppers like 80 times. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And now for the last step, the pickles. So we're gonna just kind of eat up our workspace here. It's very professional, I know. Get out our pickles. These are not my pickles of choice. My pickles of choice are probably Clausen, but these ones, Bics, are pretty good too. They are edible. There are some pickles that I will literally not eat. There's like these grayish kind of smaller ones that I can't stand. And sweet pickles I also can't stand. This is more of a sour pickle. I tried to make pickles once. Oh boy, were they salty. I would have made a YouTube video, but oh boy, it was bad. I followed a binging with Babish recipe, but clearly didn't do it very well. Actually, every time I tried to follow a Babish recipe, it didn't turn out very well. But clearly I'm just stupid, because if his recipes weren't good, he wouldn't have so many followers. All right, we're just going to kind of lay down. Oh, let's get 2 pickles in there. 2 little slices of pickle. And we can chalk one on top. Watch this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to slide this here. So you guys can get a good look at it. We're going to plop this down. You see why I call this sandwich ultimate, because how are you going to fit this in your mouth? And then we put the pickle on top. And now I'm going to do a cross section so you guys can see how cool this thing is. Pretty good pickle. Take back what I said. These are my pickles of choice. Clausen's pretty good too, though. And finally, just to add to aesthetics, we're gonna stick one of these through. Look at that. That's a frickin' sandwich. Look at that. That's what I want for lunch. All right. Let's get out the fancy cutting board so we can take a nice photo here. There's the quote-unquote perfect sandwich, as I like to call it. I don't even know if I want to ruin this thing with the cross-section, but I think we should do one. And of course, serve with your beverage of choice, in this case, chocolate milk. Okay. And obviously the sandwich is not flawless. It's huge. You can't eat it in one bite. Sometimes some other additions. Sometimes I'll throw bacon in here. I think that's a bit overkill. And sometimes even just sprinkle a few green onions on there. I actually really like the flavor that adds. I would never use white onion. Just think it's a little too strong. But, you know, you might like it. As I said, cheese, meat, all those variations. This is just my version of what I call the ultimate sandwich. And I hope you enjoyed me making it in a very unstructured way. So let's get that cross section in. And of course, the most important part, we'll see how it tastes. And I can't do this with one hand unless we do what I've been doing before, which makes a whole lot more sense. That's not going to work. That's just going to destroy the bread. Should have thought about that. It's a very weak bun. All right, well, that's okay. We're going to do the taste test then. So, guess moment of truth. I don't know how I'm going to eat this, but I've done it before, so. So besides the obvious design flaw that it's impossible to eat, that's the best damn sandwich I've ever made. Woo! And that's freaking dinner. Yeah, it's 9:41, the optimal time to make a lunch. I mean, yeah, that's what I call the ultimate sandwich. Maybe this video wasn't so poorly structured. This would actually be a potential. Nah, probably not. This isn't that good. I mean, I think it's good, but cooking with Jeff or whatever, the guy who puts mayonnaise in beans, he probably thinks his food's good. So what do I know? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this different video. I don't know what playlist I'm going to put this in. I guess art. I call this art. And yeah, I knew that was going to happen at the end. Stuff like that always happens. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If any of you try this out for yourself, let me know. And if there's anything else you want to see me attempt to make, please go ahead and ask. I do plan on making, like, you know, at least a few more cooking videos. Maybe we're making burgers tomorrow night. Maybe I'll make a burger video. Probably not, though. It's a family thing. We'll see. But yeah, this was the sandwich. That's all I got to say. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time when I probably revamp the ISO project for the 90th time. This time on camera, which has only happened, I think, twice. So that's a little applause. All right, see you guys then.